So crack's impact on the political spectrum had both sides arguing about, you know, the length of how long a person or pretty much a hip hop artist should be in jail for, like the amount of years, the punishment, what did he do, what did he take. And back in the day, this was a very big deal. So they were trying to punish the drug dealers and the quote unquote crackheads. That's what they would call them back in the day, which is not, it's not fair justice to call them quote unquote crackheads when they were artists. They were just doing drugs on the side that they probably shouldn't have done. It depends on the certain point of view. So the infamous 100 to 1 crack powder disparity became a law, and a mere 5 grams of crack were resultant on an automatic 5-year sentence. 5 years is a long time. However, it took a crazy amount, so 500 grams of powder cocaine could trigger the same sentence. So regardless, either way, you're gonna be screwed and you're gonna be in jail by taking these drugs in this era. After all this craziness, people of color filled up these jails like it was rapid fire, and the prison population skyrocketed back in this time. Experts on the drug war gave these policies and further exposed the allegations of the CIA that smuggling drugs into urban communities and how the drug war changed the relationship between people, the police, and the community. Regardless of how you feel about these drugs, they were a part of the culture back in the day. I think the main difference between crack and the hip hop older genres is that hip hop, the drug is spoken more from a certain perspective or a certain point of view. This includes the dealer, the user, and how the drug affects the community. In Nas's The New York State of Mind, from his debut album in Illmatic, Nas makes references about drugs from the perspective of the user and the drug dealer within the same line. And that line is, I'll read it, quote, "I know this crackhead who said she likes to smoke nice rock, and if it's good, she'll bring your customer and measuring pots." So, very powerful line. Throughout this album, Nas speaks on the effect of crack in Queensburg houses communities in New York's borough of Queens during the 80s and the 90s. So, to summarize, the crack era back in the day was a very big deal, and it had a huge impact on today's artists as well, because people are still taking, drugs and crack, cocaine, whatever drug you can think of. Not everyone is taking it, but most of them, so not most, some are. And back then had a huge impact on what's going on in today's hip hop artists, so that's a pretty big deal.